Hi there, I'm Jason, and you're watching
Jason.
Simplify the given algebraic expression 4x plus 5y minus 2x plus 2y. A. 9xy minus 4xy. B. 6x minus 7y. C. 6x plus 7y. Or letter D. 2x plus 7y. What is your answer? So in order for you to answer this particular question correctly, you must be familiar with the concept of addition and subtraction of polynomials. So recall that when we talk about a monomial, so that is just a polynomial with one term. Say for example, we have here 5x cubed. So this is an example of a monomial. So basta gali monomial again, isa ra dyan na siya ka term. And then the 5 here, this is called the numerical coefficient. And then the x here, this is called as the variable. So kanang mga letters ana, ang tawag ana is variable. And then the small letter 3 here, kaning giswat nga 3 here, which is written above x. So kaning that taas, this is called as the exponent. So mo na siya basically ang different parts sa monomial, this one. Now, in a particular monomial or polynomials, we have this what we call like terms. So what are these like terms? So examples, we have 4a and 5a, b squared b squared and 3b squared, and then 2c cubed d squared and 3c cubed d squared. We could tell that two polynomials or two monomials are like terms if parehas sila og variables, if they have the same variables as well as the exponent of those variables. So for example, this one, 4a and 5a, so basically they have the same variable. So even if their numerical coefficients are different, as long as their variables are the same, then these particular types of polynomials or monomials are considered as like terms. So you should also have to take note that their exponents should also be the same. So para ani, b squared and 3b squared. So they are like terms because they have the same variables b, and the variables b have also the same exponent, which is 2, as well as ani. Although lahi-lahi sila og numerical coefficients, this is 2, while this is 3, but they have the same variable c and d, and each of these variable has the same exponent. So they have, sa c, we have 3 nga exponents. So c cubed, d squared. So again, a particular monomial can be considered as like term, or two monomials are considered as like terms if they have the same variables and the exponents of these variables are also the same. Now, we also have this what we called as unlike terms. So, unsa man pa ning mga unlike terms? So, for examples, we have 4a and 5b. So, lahi-lahi na. So, this is a and this is b. So, unlike na sila. They are different terms. And b squared and b cubed. So, although they have the same variables, however, their exponents are different. So, that's why they are no longer considered as like terms. So, unlike terms na ni sila. And then, 2c cubed d squared and 3c cubed d. So as what you can see, they have the same variables c and d, but the exponents of d here is not the same as this. So this is squared and this is just d. So dili siya pareha. So you have to take that into account for particular or for two particular monomials to be considered as like terms. So they should have the same variables, and the exponents of these variables must also be the same. So you cannot add nor subtract unlike terms. So for example, let's proceed to examples first. So 4a plus 5a, so you just have to add their numerical coefficients. So 4 plus 5, that's 9, and then you simply copy their variable. So that's just what you need to do when you are adding or subtracting monomials. So second example, 2c cubed d squared plus 3c cubed d squared. So you just have to look at their variables. So are they the same? So c cubed, d squared. So definitely they are the same, and then you're just gonna copy these c cubed and d squared, and then you just have to add their numerical coefficients. So 2 plus 3, that's 5. So nga na siya ka-simple. That's just how simple it is to add and subtract monomials with the same terms. How about this? Or which are like terms. How about this? 6b squared minus 3b squared. So that's just 3b squared. So 6 minus 3, that's 3. And then copy b squared. What about this? 10c cubed d squared minus 3c cubed d squared. So just have to subtract 10 minus 3, that's 7. And then just copy their variables, their literal coefficients. What about these? 4a minus 5b. So 4a minus 5b will just be 4a minus 5b because they are different. So 4a has an a variable while 5b has a b variable. So their variables are different. So you just have to copy this. You cannot add nor subtract these terms. How about this? 5x cubed y squared minus 6x cubed y. So as what you can see, they have different variables because although they have they have different exponents in their variables, because although they have the same variables x and y, but the exponents are different. So this is cube, this is squared, and this is just 1 here. So the exponents in their variables are different, so we cannot subtract these two terms. So let's just copy them. So i-copy na nato. So 5x cubed y squared minus 6x cubed y. So again, when you are going to add or subtract monomials or polynomials, specifically monomials, you just have to look at their variables as well as the exponents of their variables. So if they have the same variables and exponents, then you can add them or subtract. Otherwise, you can't. So let's try these drills. 2a plus 3a. What is your answer? It's 5a. How about this? 7b squared plus 5b squared. It's 12b squared. So again, if they have the same variables and the same exponents, so all you just have to do is just to copy it and then just add their numerical coefficients. So 7 plus 5, that's 12. How about this? 10c squared minus 3c squared d. So you'll just have to copy them because you cannot add nor subtract different terms. How about this? 5mn minus 2mn. It's 3mn. They have the same variables, right? How about this? 9p minus p. Most of the students find this, or most of the students fail to answer this correctly, so give this a try. 9p minus p. What is your answer? The correct answer here is it's 8p. Why? If there is a variable here, although there is no numerical coefficient placed here, it is already understood, it's a common sense that there is 1 here. So, pasabutan na, 9p minus 1p, that's 8p. So again, it is a common sense, or it is understood already that if there is no numerical coefficient here placed before the variable, so the numerical coefficient is automatically 1. About this, 10z minus 9z, it's z. So we do not write 1 here anymore. So di na necessarily ibutang si 1, understood na siya. How about this? 15r cubed s plus 5sr cubed. It's 20r cubed s. So although these variables are interchanged, so ari r cubed s pero kari kay sr cubed, so pwede na siya ibali. So pareha ra gyapon na sila. So it's 20r cubed s. How about this? 2q minus 3r plus 5q. So we'll just have to add 2q and 5q. So 2q plus, kani ang agdun nga sign, plus 5q, that's 7q. So minus 3r. So i-copy rin niya, minus 3r. So our answer is 7q minus 3r because 2 plus 5, that's 7q. Then you copy this, minus 3r. How about this? 6y plus 5z minus 2z plus 3y. So it's 6y plus 3y, so that's 9y. 5z minus 2z, that's 3z. So positive 3z. Okay, 5 minus 3, that's positive 3. 5 minus 2, that's positive 3 man, right? So it's 9y plus 3z. What about this? So 4a squared b plus a squared b squared. minus 8a²b² minus 10a²b. So, asa man ani nila ang like terms? So, kani and this one. Kani and this one. So, 4a²b minus 10a²b, that's negative 6a²b. And then a²b² minus 8a²b², that's negative 7a²b². Moning minus ni. And then minus ni kay 4a²b minus 10a²b, that's negative 6a²b man. So, this is our answer. Now, let's go back to our given question. Question of the day, we have to simplify the given algebraic expression 4x plus 5y minus 2x plus 2y. So what's gonna be your answer for this particular question? So the answer here would be it's letter dy. So 4x minus 2x, so that's 2x. 5y plus 2y, that's 7y. So our answer here is 2x plus 7y. So that's just it. That's just basically how you add or subtract polynomials, specifically monomials. That's all for now. Thank you. More power, and let's keep learning.